Imagine a fire so big it burned down the entire world. It killed 20 million people. It destroyed 4 great empires. It redrew the map of the planet forever.
World War I. Yeah, I know. It was a fight for justice, right?
No, it was a mistake. A glorious, stupid mistake. It was the suicide of Europe. But here is the part that will keep you awake at night. This entire apocalypse didn't start with a master plan. It didn't start with a grand strategy. It started with a sandwich.
A sandwich? Like lunch?
Yes, a cheese sandwich costing 98 cents. If one man hadn't stopped to eat lunch at that specific cafe at that specific minute, Hitler would never have risen to power. World War II would never have happened, and you might not even be alive today.
Okay, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. How can a sandwich cause a world war?
Because history is not written by winners. It is written by chaos. Let me tell you the true story of the comedy of errors that killed the world. Let's transport ourselves to June 28, 1914, Sarajevo. It's a hot, dry summer day. The Archduke Franz Ferdinand is visiting in an open-top car. He is the heir to the Austrian Empire, and waiting for him are 7 assassins lined up along the Appel-Quai River. You'd imagine them as elite killers like James Bond. In reality, they were teenagers, amateurs, nervous wrecks. The first assassin, Mehmed Bashik, had a clear shot, but as the car approached, he froze. Panic took over. He let the car pass. He did nothing. The second one, Kabrinovich, was more brave. He pulled the pin on his bomb and threw it, but he made a rookie mistake.
Let me guess, he missed?
Worse, he forgot the bomb had a 10-second chemical delay. It bounced off the Archduke's folded car roof, rolled under the car behind them, and exploded. Boom! 20 people injured. The Archduke sped away unharmed. The assassination had failed. But here comes the tragic comedy. Kabrinovich didn't want to be captured, so he swallowed his cyanide pill and jumped over the bridge into the Miljacka River to drown. He expected a quick death. Instead, he got a stomachache. The cyanide was expired. It didn't kill him, it just burned his throat and made him vomit uncontrollably. And the river? Remember I said it was a hot summer? The river was almost dry. It was only 4 inches deep.
No way. So he jumped into mud?
Exactly. He landed in 4 inches of warm sludge, vomiting with a broken ankle, while the police stood on the dry bank and laughed at him before beating him up. It wasn't a tragedy yet. It was a farce. The Archduke was safe. He was at City Hall. His advisors told him, "Go home. The city is dangerous." But Ferdinand was a stubborn man. He said, "I want to visit the wounded officers in the hospital." This decision sealed the fate of the world. But here lies the true error. Communication. No one told the drivers the route had changed. The lead car turned right onto Franz Joseph Street, following the original plan. The Archduke's driver blindly followed. General Podierak shouted, "Stop! Wrong way! Go back!" Now you have to understand 1914 technology. This car, a Grafen Stift, did not have a modern reverse gear. You couldn't just shift and go. To reverse, the driver had to stop the car completely. So he slammed the brakes. The engine sputtered and died. Silence. The car sat there, dead still. And of all the places in the city, it stopped directly in front of Schiller's Delicatessen. Sitting there was Gavrilo Princip. He was hungry. He was eating a sandwich, thinking he had failed his mission. He looked up and froze. He couldn't believe his eyes. The man he tried to kill was sitting in a stalled car less than 5 feet away. It was like a glitch in the simulation. Princeps didn't think, he didn't aim. He stepped forward, turned his head away, closed his eyes, and fired 2 shots blindly. Bang, bang. One hit the Archduke's neck, one hit his wife. The sandwich fell to the ground, and the world ended.
I still don't get it. A guy died. Why did Britain, France, and Russia join the fight? It had nothing to do with them.
Because Europe was a bomb wired to explode. It's called the alliance system. Germany was married to Austria. Russia was married to Serbia. France was married to Russia. But the real reason war was inevitable wasn't politics. It was mathematics. Specifically, train timetables. In 1914, war meant mobilization. Mobilization meant moving millions of men and horses by train. It was a logistical nightmare that took years to plan. The German plan, the Schlieffen Plan, relied on 11,000 trains running on a precise schedule. Every minute was calculated. When the crisis started, the Kaiser, Wilhelm II, got cold feet. He asked his general, Moltke, "Can we stop? Can we only fight Russia and leave France alone?" Moltke looked at him and said, "Your Majesty, it is impossible. The trains are already moving. If we stop one train, the whole system collapses. We will be defenseless." Think about that. The war happened because they couldn't update the Excel spreadsheet fast enough. The machine had taken over. So the machine started, and it fed on human flesh. The generals were fighting a modern war with ancient ideas. Let's look at the Battle of the Somme, July 1st, 1916. The British generals ordered their men to carry 66 pounds, 30 kilograms of equipment. Imagine carrying a 7-year-old child on your back, strapping tools to your legs and trying to run through mud. You can't. So the order was given, do not run, walk. The officers were even told to carry walking canes, not rifles, to show how calm and gentlemanly they were.
They walked towards machine guns?
Yes. General Haig promised them the artillery had killed all the Germans. He was wrong. 30% of the British shells were duds. They didn't explode. When the whistle blew at 7:30 a.m., the Germans just stood up, dusted off their machine guns, and waited. It wasn't a battle, it was an execution. The British soldiers walked slowly, shoulder to shoulder, into the meat plank. 19,240 men died before lunch. The horror was absolute. But then, something impossible happened. Christmas Eve, 1914. It started with a song. From the German trenches, a voice sang Stille Nacht, Silent Night. The British stopped firing and sang back. The next morning, the mist cleared. A German soldier climbed out, hands up. Then a British soldier. They met in the middle of no man's land. They didn't kill, they traded. German sausages for British jam, cigars for pudding. They showed photos of their wives. And the most surreal scene? A German barber set up a chair in the mud. British soldiers lined up for a haircut. The price? 2 cigarettes. Then came the soccer ball. The 133rd Royal Saxon Regiment versus the Scots. They played on the closing night. You even know the score. Germany won 3-2. For a few hours, they realized the truth. They were not enemies. They were victims. But the generals, they were furious. They ordered artillery strikes on the soccer players to force them back to killing. The war finally ended on November 11th. But even the end was a cruel joke. The peace was signed at 5 a.m., but the generals wanted the timing to look poetic in the history books, so they ordered the fighting to continue until 11 a.m., the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. In those final 6 hours of waiting for the clock, 2,738 more men died. They died for a number. The last man, Henry Gunther, was shot at 10:59 a.m., 1 minute before peace. This war solved nothing. Marshal Foch looked at the peace treaty and said, "This is not peace, it is an armistice for 20 years." He was exactly right. 20 years later, WWII began, and it was led by an angry Austrian corporal who had survived the WW1 trenches. His name was Adolf Hitler. So here is my question to you today. Looking at this comedy of errors, is history controlled by chaos? Was it really just the sandwich, the wrong turn, and the expired poison? Or is history inevitable? Was the machine of alliances and train schedules so strong that war would have happened anyway? If you believe in the sandwich, leave a sandwich emoji in the comments. If you believe in the machine, leave a gear emoji.
I'm voting for the sandwich. I'm never eating lunch again.
Let us know your verdict. And if you learned something new today, please like this video. It helps the algorithm find more truth seekers like you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next paradox.